When you choose a residency program, you gotta like where you work, gotta like where you learn, and that's really what it is.
I chose to come to Children's because of the overall feeling I had for how the residents and faculty worked in the academic and clinical setting.
Children's Hospital Pittsburgh is known throughout the country as one of the premier children's hospitals, but also one of the premier transplant hospitals in the nation.
Basically, you can come to Children's with any type of future career in mind and be very, very well prepared.
I think I was impressed with the program, and the size was just right for me in terms of the number of residents, the number of patients.
The biggest strength of our program really is kind of the complexity of patients and the volume of patients, in the sense that you really do learn from the patients that you're taking care of.
We see some of the same kids over and over again, so we form relationships with them and their family. And we see everything from the wild to the wonderful.
It's really the volume that's the biggest strength of the program. You see the simple stuff, but you really learn how to manage it.
We get the most complicated patients, so you see all the things that people read about in medical school, you actually get to see here.
I think the relationship between the house staff and the faculty is another really important aspect of the program.
I'd say the faculty are great. That's one of the strengths, I think, of the hospital, if not the greatest strength.
The interactions between all of the different levels was really a strong point for me.
The faculty here at Children's are unbelievable. They're world renowned in every field.
What I really like about it is that they're very approachable, and even though they have vast knowledge and expertise and their names are in textbooks and publications, are still very approachable and helpful.
You'd just be amazed that you can be chatting on an elevator with an attending, and later you find out that he's known throughout the world.
What impresses me the most is how available they are for questions, and how interested they are in getting to know you, and teaching. Teaching is a priority across the board.
There's really a great interest in teaching really throughout the hospital.
I think it's just a great environment to learn in. People really push you to think outside the box.
I have the best job in the university. I love my experience working closely with residents and students. It's a wonderful experience to be able to work with them and see them grow and mature as excellent pediatricians.
The best thing about Children's is the camaraderie between interns and residents.
There's a lot of respect, I think, from the senior residents to the interns, and they help out as much as they can.
It was an easy transition into intern year because you're definitely well supported.
We get along wonderfully at work and work together really to take care of the patients and to learn from each other.
People are there for you, you're always backed up, and you learn. You learn just by virtue of being here.
The one piece of advice that I could give to resident applicants is to put aside any pre-existing notions that they have about Pittsburgh as a city.
Well, I'm from Wisconsin, and I really didn't know much about Pittsburgh.
I was looking at a couple different places to live, including New York City and Washington, D.C., and Pittsburgh was kind of that city out in western Pennsylvania.
Initially, when I thought of Pittsburgh, I thought of the Steel City, sort of blue-collar workers, hardworking.
Pittsburgh was a great choice just because the cost of living here is so great that on a resident salary you can really live very comfortably.
We were so surprised about the affordability of the area. Coming from places like Los Angeles and Denver, this was a dream.
We bought a house here, and I have my car, and it's an incredibly livable city. At the same time, there's always tons of activities, tons of wonderful nightlife.
I love going to the symphony, I love going to some of the plays, and one of the nice things about our program is that we get free tickets to some of the musicals and plays in the area.
We love being here at our home. Working long hours at a hospital, it's really nice to come home to a really comfortable place. This is like our oasis in the city.
One of the pleasant surprises about Pittsburgh is the people in the area. They're fantastic. The way they speak is a little bit different from the rest of the world.
Yin's coming down here and that, and
The Yins, the Yans, the Jager Bushes didn't have a clue what people were talking about.
Having such a reputable program such as Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh in such a livable, fun city is really a rare combination.
It wasn't until I came and interviewed and met the people and saw the city that I knew that this was a place for me. So I've been trying really hard to get people to put it on their list.
It's going to be hard work no matter what you do, and it's important to do it in an environment that's enjoyable.